All right, guys, another day. We are definitely off to Mitch's today. Well, we are definitely going to go get those tires today. The seller's contacted me and he's got them ready at his place of business, so we're going to head off there. So yeah, they're the 225 30/20s for the front wheels of my for the Hilux. So for any of you guys that didn't watch my previous videos, it's a it's basically a bagged and body dropped Toyota Hilux 2004 model with a 2JZ turbo motor and a few other bits and goodies on there. But if you want to know more about that, check out the other video. All right, guys, so yeah, we're gonna head off. We're gonna go get these tires, try and source someone to get those fitted, then head off to Mitch's and go play around on some cars. Recently haven't been getting as much footage out at Mitch's just because, yeah, we've been wanting to yeah, I guess we've just been busy really. So I'll see what I can and can't get, and let's see yeah, let's see where we go from here. Anyway, whilst we're on the drive, I'll take you guys for a bit of a journey. So so yeah, we're off to basically Browns Plains to go get these tires. I did negotiate with the guy. It was for the 2 tires, they were advertised 150, offered 100, and he came back at 120, so I was pretty happy with that. I thanked him for that. And yeah, so that's that part of it. So for any of you guys that didn't watch the other video on my Hilux, so basically it's a 2004 model Hilux, 2-wheel drive that has been has air suspension set up, so a full custom chassis on the car, has a full custom body to suit the body drop. So for any of you guys that don't know what a body drop is, basically if you put air suspension in a Hilux, it police. Basically, guys, if you put air suspension in a Hilux, you need to modify the chassis to lay flat on the ground. So basically, all the cross members need to be modified. You need to C-notch the chassis rails to allow the diff to come up high enough to actually allow the chassis to touch the ground. You also then yeah, you run a falling setup to hold the diff in place, which will also come in handy for traction for the 2JZ motor that's in the car as well. So yeah, all that needs to be done. So the chassis needs to lay flat, which then leaves clearance in between the sill of the body and the ground. So basically, when you body drop a cab, it sits in line with the chassis rail. So then basically when you completely deflate the airbag system, the sills touch the ground. Why would anyone want to do that? Just because we think it's cool. So I don't expect, not everyone understands it, not everyone gets it, but each to their own. So anyway, so that's why we're doing that. So yeah, it's got a custom sheet floor for the body drop, custom sheet firewall and rear wall, and we'll have a complete sheet metal engine bay sort of setup as well. Just retaining the factory the factory radiator support, so then we can bolt up the guards, the front end, and all that kind of stuff as well. So anyway, so that's basically, I've explained the chassis setup. Has to lay flat with the body drop. The sills all need to be in line with the chassis to lay flat, and then goes the motor. So basically the motor needs to be mounted in a way in which you can fit all the auxiliaries, all the radiator, the intercooler needs to be low enough. So when you drop the cab for the body drop 3 inches, that also means that the bonnet starts coming closer to the engine. So at the moment, my problem is that the bonnet the engine sticks out the bonnet. So I've had to make a hole to sort of have the engine actually fit in there, which I'm not happy with. So we're going to remount the engine, so then we can have everything looking fairly OEM from the outside, basically. So so yeah, the engine, it's a fully built 2JZ motor, original turbo motor with a single Garrett GD35R turbo on there. In my other video, I went more in depth in all the actual mods to the engine, like for the full build. And but yeah, so really basic is 2JZ motor, single turbo, fuel system, ECU, standalone Haltech, R1545 5-speed gearbox. I've got a twin plate NPC clutch there for it, and then basically it's just the Hilux diff with an LSD in there. So that's to keep it as simple as I can, just on this drive out to go get these tires. Anyway, for any of you guys that wanted to know a little bit more about it, if you guys are interested and you want to know more about, I guess, all the real finer details and actually setting up a chassis, I'm no engineer, so not too fine a detail, but just to see how much work's actually involved, I can go over the chassis, I can go over the body drop, I can go over the countless dollars that it cost to build the engine, the countless hours that it took to do all the little things that need to be modded for the body drop. So because everything's custom, that means that the whole dash, well, I guess all your steering setup needs to be set up, all your washer motor and wiper and all that kind of stuff. There's just, anyway, the list goes on. I'm just rambling on here. So anyway, guys, there is a lot of work to do, and this is just sort of baby steps getting me into the zone for 2020 to get videos done, to get a car built, and yeah, so it's hot out here too. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's go get this done. Oh, check out that bright sun. Wow, it's hot and I've got no aircon and this sucks. It's so dark in here, but anyway, guys, we've got our cash. 120 bucks for 220-inch tires, brand new, might I add, which is sick. So isn't it funny, every single time that I go and buy something for my car, it's never close, and then I'm always in an area that I'm unfamiliar with and I don't know where the service stations are, and usually because they're out in the middle of nowhere, the service station, they're not for 10 minutes away. So every time I pretty much get close to the house, and then I got to backtrack. So this time I'm coming prepared, which is good for me. All right, guys, so it's 5:30 in the morning. Got the Hilux behind me. I'm just going to quickly run through what we got done yesterday and what the plan is. I don't want to wake anyone up because it is quite early. So so yeah, got the wheels, got the tires put on the rims for the Hilux. So I'll show you guys those. The profile is much better. I've also I'll go and run you through it all. So got the 225/30 on the rim there, which basically so yeah, the 225/30 is even very close to a what's that? So they're an 18-inch rim, which is like a 245. What are we? No, sorry. 225/40/18. 225/30/20. And yeah, as you can see, they're very close. These are the plus 42 offsets, so they will work for trying to fit inside this setup here. So that's basically yeah, that's all the room that we're gonna have to play with in there, because as I was saying in the other videos, basically with the body drop, you're sitting on the ground. So I'll try and get an engine bay shot for you guys as well, just to kind of show you how much clearance we actually have. So so yeah, pretty much that's the girl there. So we've got a 20-inch rim just for the mock-up. To be honest, I think I'm just gonna run a I'm probably gonna run an 18 or a 19. 20s are a little bit too big, and I don't know, they weren't my first preference. They were just a mock-up rim that I did buy. So, but then all right, so that's me running over the Hilux so far. So going to try and fit those front rims, see what try and see what we do and don't do today. All right, so a couple of things that we were working on was the S15 boot, which I did manage to get paint for. So what did I get? I've got what's that? So I've got the adhesion promoter. So that's for the Supra front bumper that I've got over there, that I've started prepping. And then I've got the WV2. I've got the pewter base coat for the S15 and Chromax, which I think is a DuPont paint. So yeah, a couple of things that we did come across though was that the Supra front bumper needs to come back to bare plastic, because it was starting to craze and all that kind of stuff, and we just want to do it right. So I've got paint for that ready. That just needs to come back to bare plastic, which takes a very long time. And this guy here, someone's painted it before, and if you can see all of that, all the chips in the paint, that's got to come back to bare metal as well. So we're going to paint strip that, so then we don't damage any of the electro coating, the factory electro coating that's under the factory paint, which prevents rust and corrosion and that kind of stuff. So that'll come back to bare metal. I have already started prepping the underside with a little bit of grey scotch. However, we did find a little bit of rust under there, so we'll see what happens. Could just be surface rust, but still better to get rid of it now before it's too late. And yeah, that's basically over here. We've got the S15 GT wing that's all been rubbed and prepped, ready to get painted as well. So yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it covered. 20-inch rims, we'll see if they fit in there. Prepped spoiler, prepped bar, well, needs to be finished bar, needs to be paint stripped. Probably get onto that today. And yeah, I'll quickly just show you guys under the Hilux bonnet to show you the room that we're working with and everything like that. And yeah, because pretty much even in here, like trying to find room for all your pedal assemblies and like all that kind of stuff, and losing 3 inches of headroom as well is going to be a pain, because when you're sitting in there, there is bugger all room. Yeah, as you guys can see with the 20-inch rims, even sitting right there next to the car, like from that angle it even looks like they might not fit. From here, like you can tell that they will fit in and under there, but that is a big rim to fit on such a in such a small area. So as I keep telling people, every millimeter counts. So yeah, so as you guys can see, don't have a bonnet stay on the car, so makeshift bonnet stay. But anyway, as you guys can see here, we have bugger all clearance, and that's on an 18-inch rim. So anything too big will start sticking through the bonnet and that kind of stuff. So now, whoop, nearly fell over. Alright, so as you can see with the 18-inch rim, still have bugger all clearance there. So have to cut, got to modify the guards. If the wheels are too big, might need to modify the bonnet as well. So yeah, but anyway, that gives you guys a bit of an idea. So for any of you guys that are new to the channel as well, that's the built 2JZ that will be running in the car as well. And for any of you guys curious how we actually get this thing up and off the ground, that is our makeshift air setup for now that we just hook up to an air compressor, and yeah, raises the car up.
Oh, what a morning. Alright guys, kind of not welcome to another video, but welcome to another morning. So yeah, this morning I got up early, everyone was asleep, I didn't want to make too much noise. Yeah, so I think that's enough running over the Hilux now. I'm going to go get some paint stripper from Mitre 10, which is just down the road. And yeah, we'll strip that S15 boot. I'm pretty close to getting that the Supra bar painted, sorry, not painted, fully stripped. So the Supra bar had to come back to bare plastic. just because of all the crazing that was happening in the paint there. Silvia boot is going to have to come back to bare metal as well, so paint stripper on that, do the Supra bumper back to bare plastic, and then we are ready to paint pretty much. And yeah, let's get into that. Wow, going out in public with all this sanding dust is going to be cool. But anyway, yeah, so sorry, I said painting before. Basically, the Supra bumper will need plastic adhesion promoter on it, and then primer, then paint, and then the Silvia boot will also need a primer. So the Silvia boot will be electro coated, so paint stripping it won't get rid of that electro coating, so it still will be okay for us. I won't need to etch it. I'll go over it with high fill primer and then we'll paint that, and that's pretty much the steps there to get it all ready. Then we can get them on the car, and then both the Silvia and the Supra will look mint. We still need a bonnet for the Supra, and the S15. The S15 has pretty much full aero except for the front bar now once that spoiler goes on, so that'll be pretty much sorted as well, which is cool. I just want to clear the headlights on the Silvia, and yeah, that'll be ready to roll too. So all in all, good start to 2020. Alright, so the craziest part is being out here in the middle of nowhere. None of the, well, not none, the first place I tried Mitre 10, have no paint stripper, or automotive paint stripper at least, so I don't know if you can see the big signage there. Anyway, Mitre 10 in Australia basically has like all your, what is it, I don't know, just sort of, yeah, it's a hardware store pretty much. It does a little bit of automotive, so no luck there. We're going to go to Auto Pro now and see if they have some. Surely they should, so wish me luck. Alright, little automotive shop here in the middle of nowhere, so hopefully these guys should have some paint stripper. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Hell yeah, we got him. Liter of paint stripper, ready to roll. Let's go hit it. Very good dog. Very, very slowly getting there, but we are getting there, so just those little sort of, I guess, edges to go, and on the inside is where all the indicators go. And this guy here, so that's the Supra front bumper, and the S15 boot has been stripped, so now we just got to sand the edges and then primer up. Alright guys, it is ridiculously hot in here. I'll just quickly run you guys over a few of the panels that I've prepped. I've basically behind me here I have my S15 boot lid. I have over here on top of the Hilux, I have my GT spoiler to go onto the GT boot lid. So yeah, that's all genuine S15 aero. And then I have my Series 2 front bumper for my Toyota Supra there that I prepped up as well. So basically, quickly run through what we've done. So this guy here had crazing in the paintwork, so it had to go back to basically bare plastic. So pretty much I'd say like 80% of that bar or 90% of that bar is all just bare plastic. So did an 80 grit on the buzzer over the whole lot. Then went over and smoothed that out with a 240, and then we've used the red scotch in all the areas where there's still paint and all the edges as well, just to try and I guess blend that all in and feather it out. So that's the Supra Series 2 front bumper, then the S15 boot lid. Basically that guy there was paint stripped completely, which you don't paint strip the edges in case it goes underneath the boot lid. So yeah, so now I got to go over all the edges with an 80 grit and then a 240 around all the edges, and then we're ready for primer on 1, 2, and I don't think the spoiler needs to be primed. So just on the
on the S15 boot lid as well. The reason that we paint stripped the boot lid was because there was, we think they might have used an acrylic paint to paint the boot lid, and it was all chipping off as well. It came off really easily, so yeah, that's the reason behind that. Alright guys, ready to roll. So we prep solve these two, and then I get Mitch to go over them and tell me what's good and what's bad about them, and then we'll get into primer. No guys, this is not how you properly prep solve panels. We'll prep them properly prior to paint. I just want to go over the bar and make sure that, and the boot lid to make sure that we've got it and everything. Good draw. Alright guys, last little section of the video. So we have the super front bumper and the S15 boot all primed up. Not the perfect and ideal situation and circumstances that we're in, but basically both cars do need full paint jobs. So we're just trying to basically make do with what we have. I'll show you guys those now. So we have one boot lid that had no bog in there, and one super bumper. That is a pretty much a quick overview of what's happened today. I will reveal the final product probably in the next video, as well as a fit up of all those pieces as well. So then you'll get to see how they look on the car and that kind of thing too. So it's really hot, but I'm really stoked. Good start to 2020. Getting it done. Anyway, if you guys like what's been going on here in the shed, please like the video. Please comment down the bottom what you did, what you didn't like, maybe some mods that you want to see done to the cars, or maybe even information you'd like about, I know, some of the cars that I'm building. What else? Yeah, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep uploading videos this year, and yeah, hopefully we can grow. Keep saying, first of all, let's get to 100 subs. Help me out. Instagram, Joey Van Veen, get on there, plug it. You can plug my videos on Facebook, you can add me on Facebook, I'll add you back, follow you back, all that kind of thing too. So anyway guys, peace out, thanks for watching.